have already made a wish to the gods and Buddhas for this purpose. Just wait while I pull you into the endless abyss in hell. I wish to never reincarnate from now on. May I suffer the torments of hell. All I ask is to never see you or bear resentment in this life or the next. No debts, no recompense. What's wrong with Dr. Wei?
Princess, you are not seriously harmed from the fall. You have been expecting for over 2 months now. Today, the cold has entered your body due to the fall. You must rest and take care of the fetus. I will write you a prescription. Princess, you must take Matai regularly. You mustn't tire yourself during meals.
Dr. Wei, are you sure I am expecting?
Princess, I have been practicing medicine for decades. I would never mistake the joy pulse. Princess, you truly are expecting.
I am expecting. I really am.
Thank the heavens and Buddha for their blessings. My princess is finally expecting. May my princess have a smooth delivery of a legitimate son. Bless the prince and princess with harmony and joy in the future.
Li Shuyan, for the sake of the child, will you be kinder to me? Yi Chuyan was immersed in this endless beautiful dream. The door was suddenly burst open. The cold wind from outside rushed in, filling the room. The room instantly became icy cold. Pi Shuyan was furious. It must be for Zhao Yujiao. In the mansion, only Zhao Yujiao could incite such a commotion from Pi Shuyan. The only one who would come to settle accounts with me is Zhao Yujiao.
Yi Chuyan, you wicked woman! Are you satisfied? Only if Zhao Yujiao is dead. He is utterly powerless. How could you bear to push him off the loft?
Yi Chuyan's scalp tingled from anxiety over the arrest. Exasperated. Pi Shuye, what madness is this today? You hurt me and let go. It was clearly Zhao Yujiao who pushed me off the attic. I fell into the lotus pond. I've never touched him.
You know it hurts too.
You pushed Jiao Jiao down from the attic while she was breaking her leg. Did you ever think she would feel pain?
Pi Shuyan said as he grabbed Yi Chuyan's hair. He dragged her out.
Pi Shuyan, I am pregnant.
You can't drag me like this.
I told you, I didn't push Xiao Jiao downstairs.
It was her who pushed me out of the attic. I fell into the lotus.
Jiao Jiao has no abdominal strength to do such a thing. Your skills are among the best in Kyoto. Jiao Jiao, what could possibly give you the ability to push me into the lotus pond? And don't use pregnancy as an excuse for the prince. Don't try to deceive me. You have a cold womb. It's nearly impossible for you to conceive.
Yi Chuyan bit Pi Shuyan's arm.
Pi Shuyan suddenly let go in pain.
Shuyan, I didn't lie to you.
I'm already over 2 months pregnant.
I don't know how Zhao Yujiao broke her leg. If you care, ask the servants in the mansion for clarification. When she fell into the lotus pond, Zhao Yujiao was clearly standing safely by the window. Even if Zhao Yujiao was there when I fell into the lotus pond.
And really broke her leg.
It has nothing to do with me.
Go and apologize to Jiao Jiao. The Viscount went in to apologize to Jiao Jiao.
Listen, I am your legitimately wedded princess.
Zhao Yujiao is merely an unregistered Miss Zhao living in the mansion. If I wanted her dead, she wouldn't have survived until today, I said. Why she broke her leg has nothing to do with me.
Stop pretending. You are the virtuous and dignified princess. You don't smile widely or walk with large strides. You've never gotten angry. Now you can't maintain the act. The true colors are revealed.
Yi Chuyan no longer wished to argue with Pi Shuyan. At that moment, she felt a slight pang in her lower abdomen. Conceiving this child has been too difficult. She didn't want any unfortunate incidents to occur. So she slowly got up. Pi Shuyan, I don't want to quarrel with you. Feeling exhausted, she turned and prepared to head back to her courtyard. When did it start? Pi Shuyan has become so cold and heartless. Little did she know that the truth remains undiscovered. Just because Zhao Yujiao struck me.
Who from Yi Chuyan is pursuing you? If you don't want to apologize, then a good tumble from the attic will suffice.
Yi Chuyan had yet to react.
When suddenly, Pi Shuyan scooped her up from behind.
Pi Shuyan, what are you doing?
Let me go! As Yi Chuyan struggled against Pi Shuyan, holding herself tightly. When they reached the direction of the attic, Pi Shuyan intended to take her from the attic.
He was no longer concerned about Dr. Wei's warnings at that moment. She bit her lower lip hard. Pressing her palms together, she took a deep breath. She suddenly slapped Pi Shuyan on the chest.
Yi Chuyan, you are getting bolder by the day. Not only did you want to harm my beloved, but you also thought of attacking your own husband.
Pi Shuyan then directly tossed her down from the attic. Lizzie, please don't leave me. Yi Chuyan crashed to the ground with a thud. A loud, muffled sound echoed. The last image she saw before blacking out was Pi Shuyan standing in the attic. His astonished expression truly looked ridiculous. I was enveloped in shadows. I am not invulnerable to blades and arrows. Pi Shuyan was trembling. Could it be that I would also get hurt?
Princess, if you like children, you could take in the children of other concubines in the future, and raise them as your own.
Blank page. Hating myself. Why did I insist on going out to get medicine just now?
I am here. Bound. Even if I die, it won't cause a conflict between the prince and the princess. Let the princess miscarry. The princess has just suffered a miscarriage. She may never conceive again. For a woman, this is how incredibly cruel.
Yi Chuyan was silent. Her face was pale with heartbreak.
Princess, you just had a miscarriage, and you have 2 broken ribs. Please, don't worsen your injury.
Does Pishuyan know I miscarried? Does he believe that I didn't lie?
After the princess was taken back by the prince, he said nothing and went straight to Zhao Yujiao.
He laughed through his tears. He laughed so loudly that it aggravated his rib injuries. A violent cough erupted. A stream of blood trickled down the corner of his mouth. Even so, he continued to laugh, blood staining his back. It mixed with the tears that flowed down. As mighty as the storm. Princess.
Jiao Jiao, be good and drink your medicine. It will help bring down your fever.
Wei Jiao nodded shyly. She took the medicine in one gulp from Pishuyan's hand. Pishuyan gazed at the delicate Zhao Yujiao and couldn't help but think of Yi Chuya. Her stubborn eyes and blood-soaked appearance came to mind.
I wonder if Shuyan has woken up.
I accidentally broke my leg. Don't blame your sister. I was careless and forgot that my sister doesn't eat sweets. I only wanted to suggest she have a piece of cake.
Who knew my words were drowned out by her sobs? Yet, in her tear-filled eyes, there was coldness and pride.
Seeing Zhao Yujiao crying as though the pear blossoms were drenched in rain,
he pulled her tightly into his embrace.
You are too kind-hearted. That wicked woman caused you to break your leg. You've actually spoken on her behalf for over a decade. That must have been a real hardship for you.
Prince, I come from a humble background. I am not as good as my sister. As long as I can be by your side, I have no complaints, even if I die. I can endure any grievance.
Pishuyan let out a deep sigh. He had mentioned it to Yi Chuyan himself. He wished to marry Zhao Yujiao as his concubine. The laws of the Dafeng dynasty stipulate that a husband cannot force a poor woman to marry if the wife does not blame him. Thus, Zhao Yujiao lived in the royal palace nameless and unrecognized for 3 years. She endured many rumors in silence.
Jiao Jiao, if you recover from your illness, I will take you as my concubine first. As for the matter of the official wife, we can address it later at our own pace.
To my surprise, Xiaoyan took me as his concubine. The concubine is a mother, yet she is also a servant. If Yi Chu continues to hold back, then I can only resign myself to being a concubine.
He wanted to refuse, but then reconsidered. Pishuyan was unsure if it was because of his lack of status. In all these years, he had never even touched his father.
It is better than being nameless. At that time, I was indifferent to my son and daughter. Along with Pishuyan's affection, it was as if I could command the winds and rains of the royal palace. Prince, I am entirely at your service. I am willing to serve you as a slave or maid.
Before he could finish, a servant hurried in to report.
Prince, the Wonfu has woken up, and there's much crying and commotion, and she keeps vomiting blood. The doctor said, "What did the doctor say, my prince?"
The doctor said the servant is trembling on the ground. Not daring to say much, Pishu's expression shifted slightly. A glimmer flashed in Zhao Yujiao's eyes.
And the prince, don't worry about me anymore. You should go check on your sister now. Please don't blame my sister anymore. Otherwise, it will make me sad.
If everyone behaves, you should lie down for a while. I'll be right back.
Wei Shuyuan carefully helped Zhao Yujiao lie down properly. He tucked her blanket carefully. He repeatedly instructed the maid to take good care of her. Then he hurriedly left with the servant.
My lord, please show mercy to the princess. Please counsel him.
Yi Chuyan turned and saw Pishuyan. She indifferent, stopping her wild laughter. Bai Ji, you should go out.
Your words and actions, as a princess, represent the royal house.
You laughed wildly here, disrespecting the palace's dignity. That is truly unbecoming. Considering the injury and the incident with Jiao Jiao, I will no longer pursue the matter.
Yi Chuyan fell silent. She stared at Pishuyan with wide eyes. It was like looking at a stranger. The phrase, "no longer pursue," echoed in her mind. It was Pishuyan who pushed him down the stairs. Pishuyan felt deeply saddened by this mercy. He mourned that the one he loved was not a good person. It was painful that he had loved for 3 years. He never received affection from his husband.
Xu Yan, you have a very delicate constitution. When I married you, I never intended for us to live or die together. If you have a miscarriage, I do not disdain you for it. What is there to be sad about? Even if you have broken ribs, Jiao Jiao broke her leg as well. What more do you want?
I am sorry, Bai Xiaoyan. It was I who delayed you, and Zhao Yujiao. I am guilty of great wrongs. Now I realize my mistakes. I can't endure any more miscarriages or broken ribs. Consider it compensation. I'm tired and don't wish to love you anymore. I voluntarily agree to this. Let us part ways amicably in the future. And may we owe nothing to each other. I wish you and Zhao Yujia a long and happy life together. A gloomy fire suddenly ignited in his closed eyes, filled with shame.
You wonder why I have tolerated you for so long. It's because the Queen Mother forced me to swear before our wedding, to vow that my concubine shall have no rest in this life. Otherwise, I would have done so 100 times already.
No wonder, even knowing Pishu Yan from Jinan, I thought I hadn't taken a break. That it was because Pishu Yan still loved me. It turned out to be out of necessity. At first, I was the most skeptical about marrying Pishu Yan.
The Queen Mother's aunt believed it was for my happiness, and arranged everything in advance.
As for the uprising of Pishu Yan, I was unaware that the Queen Mother's aunt was already confused. I was the one who suggested the alliance. No matter what kind of oaths you swear, all retribution.
I am willing to bear it all myself.
If there is an enemy,
I am weak.
But what if I don't speak?
It was I who voluntarily brought up Pishu Yan. All oaths are reasonable and have nothing to do with you. Let us free each other. We will each be well in the future. I still have Hoko Kung Fu supporting me. If you insist on staying together, we will only end up fighting to the end. Our encounters will turn us into enemies.
Julian, you separated, so we shall separate. Who do you think you are? Even if you die in this life, you will die in the prince's residence.
After saying this, he strode out of the room.
The princess is injured and needs rest. Only Dave and her personal maid may remain. No one else is allowed to disturb the princess's rest. Without the king's orders, nobody is allowed to enter or leave the princess's quarters. Moreover, no information is to be conveyed to the Duke of Huguo's mansion.
It is a room. Half a month passed unknowingly. Yi Chuyan must have practiced martial arts since childhood. Bone injuries heal very quickly. Although your rib injuries haven't fully healed, getting out of bed and walking is no longer an issue.
Princess, your ribs have just begun to heal. You must not stand for too long. As a new mother, you must be careful not to catch a chill. Otherwise, it could endanger future pregnancies, and I would regret it. I didn't mean to. It is not a big deal.
I've come to terms with things, and no longer care about that. Whether to marry again is no longer a concern for me. Whether I can conceive is no longer important.
Fei Wang, have you really decided to separate?
Yes, I have made up my mind. If you are willing to follow me, I'll take you with me. I once dreamed of traveling the world. If I let go of Pishu, I can finally pursue my dreams. Bai Ji felt both sorrowful and relieved at that moment. She felt sorry for Yi Chuyan for having sacrificed so many years in vain. But fortunately, Yi Chuyan can finally be herself again. As the two were talking,
A commotion could be heard outside the courtyard wall.
It will begin in half an hour. I heard that all the male members of the Yi family have been sentenced to lynching. Indeed, the world is unpredictable. In just 10 short days, the Yi family went from being sentenced to execution. The once glorious Duke House residence is no more. If not for legal regulations, it would be even harder for unmarried women. Our princess will also be sentenced.
Yi Chuyan stood frozen in place. His face turned pale in an instant.
Could it be that those outside are gossiping? Don't worry, the master is usually very prudent in his actions. He would never make a mistake, let alone be sentenced.
That said, his hands were trembling violently. Yi Chuyan disregarded the pain in her ribs and forcibly climbed over the wall. Turn over!
The princess cannot underestimate your significance.
Before he could finish his words, Yi Chuyan had already vanished from the wall.
I have met the princess.
Is what you just said true? The Yi family has been raided, and the two maids exchanged worried glances. No one dared to speak, and I asked if what you said was indeed true.
What is going on with you, my princess? The Yi family is accused of treason. All the men have already been executed in a brutal manner. All the women have been exiled to Ninguta. Today, executions are taking place at Kashiku. I am not lying.
Yi Chuyan felt as if struck by lightning. He was on the verge of collapse. After releasing the maid, he trembled violently all over. Barely able to stand. He thought this maid must be lying. No, I must see for myself at the market. How could my father betray the country? How could they be raided? He hurried out, but the guards at the palace gate rushed to stop him. The guards were simply following orders to stop him. The princess did not dare to take lethal action. However, Yi Chuyan's strikes were deadly. The guards were swiftly knocked down to the ground. Yi Chuyan dashed out of the mansion. He saw that the streets were filled with the Yi family's confession notices. He tore one down. Each word pierced his eyes with pain. Accused of colluding with the enemy and treason. Such a sin is unforgivable. On the 8th day of the 12th month in the 9th year of Daeyun, I witnessed it in the early morning. The people must always remember this. The laws of Dathong cannot be violated. The foundation of the nation must not be disrupted. He primarily snatched a passerby's horse on the road. He galloped straight to the entrance of the market. Today is Lapa, and it's snowing heavily. It is freezing cold. Yet, the Kyoto vegetable market is packed with people. At this moment, Pi Shuyan sat in the center of the high execution platform. He looked up at the swirling snowflakes. Seemingly lost in thought, the onlookers were buzzing with speculation.
It was long rumored that the prince did not marry the Yi family's legitimate daughter willingly. This matter has always weighed heavily on him. Now, it has come to this. The prince harbors deep resentment. Not only is he personally presiding over the Yi family trial, but he is also overseeing the executions himself. How can you say that?
If the king of Qing was not willing,
He would have divorced her long ago.
indeed, the Yi family has been charged with such a serious crime. The king of Qing has not let her go during this critical time. He can be seen as a model of virtue.
Oh, Yi Ji. How could he do this? With students everywhere, his status and power are amongst the highest in Kyoto. And yet, he has committed treasonous acts.
Alas, what does it matter if you have power and status? How can it compare to the true sovereign's authority? As the old saying goes, the human heart is never satisfied, like a snake swallowing an elephant.
However, I've heard that this family was framed.
That is right. Just think about it. It took only 10 days from the incident to the sentence. There wasn't even enough time for a thorough investigation. How could the verdict come down so quickly? Even for a regular criminal case. It usually takes several months to close the case, let alone such a significant case.
Stop talking. You can't speak carelessly about this. You might end up being accused as an accomplice.
As the time approaches, Pei Xiaoyan's gaze swept across the crowd like an eagle. The murmurs in the crowd instantly quieted down.
The emperor has treated you well during the night. Yet, you betray your country. Such actions are truly disgraceful. Do you have anything to say before today's execution?
During the Yi family's era, they remained loyal to the nation. Yet, they were tragically framed. Today, the heavens have eyes. They shall cover the heavy snow. The world is filled with filth. In my endeavors, I have no shame before heaven. I bear no guilt in my heart. There is nothing more to say.
After saying this, he bowed 3 times respectfully. Then, he straightened his back. He spoke no more.
There was a rumor circulating in the room the day before yesterday. The raid at night was due to an unjust accusation. The rushed conviction was merely to prevent the crime. Could this really be true?
Pei Shuyan gazed at the night scenery with a complicated look. He frowned and pressed his lips together in silence.
Your Highness, it's nearly time.
Shall we start a bit early?
What is the rush before the appointed time?
A person who can ruthlessly act against his own father-in-law is certainly not a good soul.
Yi Chuyan struggled fiercely all the way, galloping on horseback.
Pull the princess down!
Don't touch me! Just go away!
Then, he jumped over the railing. He rushed toward the 3 members of the Yi family.
Aya, don't do anything rash. Hurry back.
The execution ground was suddenly thrown into chaos.
Someone is attempting to rob the execution site. Quick, kill him!
Pi Shuyan leaped into the air, landing in front of Yi Chuyan. He reached out to stop him.
Why are you here? Go back quickly.
Dad personally drew the defense map, and I gave it to you. Why is it on the seat?
You were the one who did this, weren't you? Isn't that right?
Yi Chuyan's voice was barely above a whisper. Only the 2 of them could hear it. Yi Chuyan feared raising her voice, worried it might break the fragile string of her heart. Pei Xiaoyan remained silent, pressing her lips together. This silence spoke volumes. Xiaoyan, I will kill you. The words struck like a bolt of lightning. He charged straight at Pi Shuyan's heart. Yi Chuyan's ribs had already broken during the frantic gallop. At this moment, his energy was utterly spent, overwhelmed by surging emotions. The struggle quickly turned against him.
The soldiers nearby surrounded him.
They prepared to cut down Yi Chuyan with their halberds.
No one is permitted to act!
He turned and raised his hand without hesitation. He placed it on Yi Chuyan's frail shoulder. He secretly summoned his strength. That already slender arm immediately hung weakly at the sleeve's edge, where it used to stand. Yi Chuyan realized his arm was dislocated. Unable to exert force, he instead headbutted Pi Shuyan. Pi Shuyan embraced him with one arm. With the other hand, he grasped his chin. He forced his chin until it dislocated.
The princess is rather emotional today. Her actions towards me have nothing to do with you.
Could the prince allow me and Yan to say a few words?
Pi Shuyan pondered for a moment. He nodded and pushed Yi Chuyan in front of Yi Jin, saying, Sister.
I'm so sorry!
Aya, don't cry. I know what you want to say. Don't say sorry. It's not your fault.
And don't blame yourself.
Yi Jin softly consoled her. Yi Chuyan shook her head frantically.
It's my fault. Everything is my fault.
I have harmed the Yi family.
I am the one who deserves the most blame here!
The Empress Dowager has held power for many years. The Emperor has long held deep hatred for the Yi family. Only when the Queen Mother was alive did he hold back and refrain from acting. There must be reflection in the clouds. I have no choice but to die. Thunder and rain. The grace of heaven gathers together. You must not hate the Emperor. And don't blame Pi Shuyan either. After all, he is just acting in accordance with the Emperor's wishes. Promise me, you will take care of yourself. Grandpa, your father is completely innocent. Even if he dies, he won't suffer in hell. You don't need to worry about me.
Yi Chuyan heard these words. She could no longer hold it together. She rested her head against Yi Jing's chest. A painful whimper escaped her throat. Like a wounded beast, Yi Chuqing, beside her, began to whimper softly.
He signaled that he wanted to speak to Yi Chuyan. The executor, hiding beside Yi Chuqing,
was momentarily at a loss for what to do. He looked dazedly at Pi Shuyan.
Pi Shuyan nodded in agreement.
The executor mopped the cloth strips in Yi Chuqing's mouth.
Don't cry, our Ayan. If you cry, your face won't be beautiful anymore. Brother, I can't protect you anymore. You must live well. Our mother and the others have all been exiled. If you have the chance, go see them. Ayan, there is something I want to ask you. Your sister-in-law is suspected to be pregnant. The road to exile is difficult. I'm not sure if she can endure it. They say the child has been born safely. Remember to let me know. I have ambitions under my fist. That would bring me some comfort too.
Yi Chuyan's mind exploded with the news. My sister-in-law is indeed pregnant. She is a woman from the water towns in the south. Having lived in Kyoto for years, she's never adjusted to the winters here. She has always been sensitive to the cold. Over 1,000 miles away from Kyoto? That place is cold here, round. How could she withstand it with such frail health? And then there's our mother's age and the long nights.
Our niece is only 7!
And there are other women from the Yi family.
How will they manage to endure?
Yi Chuqing noticed the sadness in his sister's eyes. He smiled gently and said, Don't be afraid.
Even if the child cannot be saved, it's alright. It means that the child loves his father and wants to come early to be with me.
Yes.
Yi Chuyuan, the second brother of the Yi family, also wanted to say a few words to his sister. He kept whining loudly. The executioner showed no reaction upon seeing Pi Shuyan, not daring to act on his own. He tore off the cloth strip.
Lisa, my time has come. I cannot delay it any longer for you to see.
He pulled the princess away and began the execution.
Several guards forcibly dragged Yi Chuyuan away. Yi Chuyuan felt a sharp pain in his ribs. The blood within him rushed out uncontrollably. A thick layer of white snow on the ground became stained red. The contact faded into a daze. He saw the executioner pull aside the shirt, now stained by night. A piece of flesh was cut from his back. He watched as the snowflakes in the sky instantaneously turned blood red. He gradually became engulfed by the blood red, until all he could see was complete darkness. If there is an enemy hell, let me descend to the 18th level of hell.
May I endure all suffering to atone for my sins?
Princess, wake up! Please, wake up!
Bai Jie tried to pull Yi Chuyan's hand away. However, Yi Chuyan was incredibly strong. Bai Jie realized she couldn't pull her away at all.
Is there anyone to save the princess? Someone. Please come and save the princess.
The study room of the royal palace.
My heart is like jade, clear and pure, free of dust.
He would have rather died than endure this. The evil doers all became what they are through themselves.
A sound from outside the prince's door.
Nearly interrupted Pi Shuyuan's thoughts.
The prince's subordinate, following your orders, has disposed of the bodies of the 3 Yi family members. They were thrown into the mass grave, where those people dared not show their faces yesterday. They showed up just as night fell tonight. The corpse of the Yi family's father and son has been taken away.
From what is being say secretly, their identities must never be exposed. The enemy is too alert and dares to confront the Yi family. This is exactly what Yi mentioned. Finally, the Yi family needs to figure out exactly who these people are.
It's the prince.
What is happening with the exiled women of the Yi family now?
I have arranged for someone to protect them in secret. I have also arranged for a maid to disguise and accompany them. The person responsible for the escort has already taken care of everything. There shouldn't be any accidents along the way.
What about that day, when I leaked false information to the princess?
Unexpectedly, 2 newly arrived maids were careless. They were gossiping outside the princess's courtyard. The princess overheard them, and I have already dealt with it.
After Tian Xiao spoke, he secretly glanced at Pi Shuyan. Pi Shuyan waved his hand to Tiu Xiao in the meeting. He quickly vanished into the study. Exiting the study, he walked alone under the moonlight. Before he knew it, he arrived at a courtyard.
At the entrance was Yi Chuyan's courtyard.
How did I end up here without realizing it?
I wonder if she is in good health.
Once this thought crossed his mind, Pi Shu was startled by his own thoughts. When did he start to care about Yi Chuyan's health? He shook his head to dismiss his thoughts. Remembering when he left this morning, he recalled promising Zhao Yuzhao to accompany her to watch the moon. He raised his leg and was about to depart.
At that moment, he heard a woman's piercing scream from the courtyard. It sounded like she was calling for help for the princess.
Pi Shuyan's heart tightened suddenly.
Instinctively, he gathered his energy and leaped into the courtyard.
Is there anyone who can save the princess?
Someone is coming.
At that moment, the door was kicked open.
Pi Shuyan furrowed his brows and approached the bed.
Seeing that Yi Chuyan was on the verge of strangling herself,
He raised his hand to press on Yi Chuyan's acupoint.
his arm instantly went limp and weak.
How could you attend to the princess like this? Just standing by and watching the princess nearly strangle herself. If you couldn't pull her away, didn't you think to ask other servants for help? The princess was forbidden from doing this.
No one but me is allowed to serve her. It was your personal order that caused her ribs to break after childbirth. And it all began because of the prince. He has been plagued with nightmares ever since returning from the birth. He has been suffering from recurring high fevers to this day, with life and death uncertain. If you truly care about the princess, how could you let her fall into such a state?
As soon as he finished speaking, the room fell into an eerie silence. Wei Shu's anger surged forth. Murderous intent flashed in his eyes.
If you were to kill me, I have nothing more to say, hoping that the prince will treat the princess better in the future. The Yi family has lost its princess. Now, only the prince remains.
Considering your loyalty to your master, I'll spare your life for today.
Princess, I beg you, please take some medicine. Your fever will subside otherwise.
You will be gone, with Pi Shuyuan standing right beside you, watching Bai Jia attempt to feed her the medicine time and time again, but failing each time to get her to take it. He quickly stepped forward and snatched the medicine bowl from Bai Ji's hands. He shoved Bai Ji aside forcefully.
This king approached Pi Shuyuan, forcefully holding Yi Chuyan's cheeks.
And forcibly poured the medicine down her throat. Half an hour later, Yi Chuyan blinked awake in a daze.
Fei Wang, you're awake.
Yi Chuyan suddenly glanced around, spotting Pi Shuyan. I will kill you!
The princess doesn't want to talk.
After falling, Yi Chuyan tumbled out of bed. She rushed straight towards Pi Shuyan.
I have personally handed over the palace defense map to this king.
Shuyan is my foolishness.
Who you love is not a good person.
I will kill you. Go down and apologize to my father and brother.
So you were planning to kill this king, and then commit suicide to apologize.
He surveyed Yi Chuyan from head to toe,
Without any hint of disdain.
Yi Chuyan, how beautiful is your fantasy? When you married me, you should have thought that my beloved is Zhao Yuzhao. Sooner or later, you will pay the price for this. The Yi family has been searched, and once they have friends. Now, they can't avoid hearing that your sister-in-law is pregnant. Now, the only one who can help you is this king. If this king dies, who else can help you?
Yi Chuyan felt as though she was drenched in ice-cold water. She shivered violently.
I command you to continue being the princess. You will face the enemy who killed your father day and night. Don't worry. As long as you serve this king well, this king will make sure to take care of your flow.
Let the Yi family son-in-law live well to atone for his sins.
If I see you seeking death again, I can't guarantee the safety of the Yi family women. Will they make it safely to their place of exile?
After saying that, Yi Chuyan felt as if her muscles and bones had been pulled away. Pi Shuyuan turned and left Yi Chuyan's courtyard.
Feeling restless, he had no desire to seek out Zhao Yuzhao again.
He went directly to the study.
The princess has awakened, and the prince has gone to her courtyard. After coming out, he returned to the study.
Zhao Yuzhao's expression changed instantly.
My lord, please don't worry. The prince must have been caught up in something today that delayed his arrival. How about I help you back to your room first? Hong Ying, let's go visit my sister tomorrow. The Yi family must be heartbroken over what happened to my sister.
Hong Ying couldn't help but feel a shiver run down her spine. Only he knew the dark heart hidden beneath this delicate and innocent face. A heart full of malice.
Aren't you going to hurry now and help me back? It was Miss Zhao the next day.
What is the date today?
Today is the 12th day of the 12th lunar month.
Bai Ji stepped forward, holding a bowl of medicine.
If the princess's lord knew of this under her skirts, I still hope that you can live well. Please take some medicine and rest. Don't torture yourself like this. I am really scared for you.
Yes, I need to drink the medicine. I must live to atone for my sins. When I didn't marry Pi Shuyan, I should have realized there would be a price to pay.
I deserve to suffer in this hell on earth.
After saying that, he snatched the medicine bowl from Bai Ji's hands. He drank it all in one gulp.
Could it be that you're not thinking? You still have the old lady and the others? You need to stay alive to have a chance to see the old lady.
Bai Ji, Please, help me call for Pishuyan to ask for forgiveness. I have something to discuss with him. Can you help me with that? I am not trying to kill him. I just need to clarify some matters. In my current state, I can't even kill him if I wanted to.
Open the door. Open the door. The princess requests to see the prince on urgent business. Let me out! I need to find the prince!
Miss Baiji, do you think this is still the past? The princess can see whoever she wishes.
Now, the Yi family is no more.
And she still thinks of herself as the legitimate daughter of the Yi family. But our prince's heart.
Soft hasn't yet taken the chance to rest.
The two of them looked up when it came to divorce. They saw Master Pishu walking towards them. They said, the prince.
The servant haphazardly arranged for the master. What punishment do we deserve?
Prince Shu ordered 50 to be expelled from the mansion. Please spare me. Your Highness. Open the door wide.
Li Fu quickly took out the key and unlocked the door.
The prince again.
The latter.
Master Pishu, did you mean what you said yesterday?
The Wang has never gone back on his promises.
DK.
I'm so sorry for my daughter.
I can't avenge you just yet.
I cannot go down to apologize to you. Tell the prince to return. He will live well. I hope to serve the prince and wish for him to keep his promises. Ensure the safety of my Yi family son-in-law.
By New Year's Eve, I want to see a lively princess. I am a dead person. Disgusting to behold.
After Pei Xiaoyan coldly said this, he left the room like a gust of wind.
From today onward, the princess will be freed from her ban. Buy a new servant from outside, and bring them back. Serve the princess by delivering all the precious medicinal herbs from the mansion. This king wishes for the princess to recover as soon as possible.
As soon as this was said, those in the courtyard were secretly taken aback. I haven't even reached the entrance of Yi Chuyan's courtyard, and already learned of the prince's care for the princess. Suddenly, his nails dug into his palm. He arrived outside Yi Chuyan's courtyard. The courtyard door opened directly, but the new servant had yet to arrive. The entire chicken pepper garden was completely empty. Zhao Yu was preparing white paper. She was sitting by the bed, feeding porridge to Yi Chuyan.
My sister, I'll see you on the 2nd of October. Sister, I'm relieved. But what brings you here? Sister, we had some misunderstandings in the attic a few days ago. No matter how I explained it to the prince, I broke my leg myself. He refused to believe it and ended up hurting you because of that. I've been unable to sleep at night, and I've wanted to apologize to you for a long time. So here I am, giving you the 1,000-year-old ginseng that the prince gifted me. I hope you can forgive me, sister. Then, I injured my leg and couldn't go outside. Something happened with the parents' issues again. I'm anxious every day. I worry that you are feeling overwhelmed, and that you might miss your chance with the prince. Now that I see you have a good appetite, thinking about these things hasn't affected your conscience. Then, I can be at ease.
You arranged for the maid who delivers messages from outside the walls, didn't you? Isn't that right?
I don't understand what you're saying, sister. Sister, there's one more thing I'm unsure whether I should say or not. I'm afraid it might upset you if I say it. But if I don't say it, I fear you won't know. Then, just don't say anything and get out.
Xiao Yu turned her head to glance at her master in red.
When did it become your place to interrupt? Who does she think she is? Acting like a master, a shameless master, living in someone else's household.
This habit cut straight to Zhao Yu's sore spot. Her heart trembled with anger.
I know, there are many misunderstandings between us, sister. However, I always remember the kindness shown to me. Uncle was tortured for 3 days. I cried at home for 3 days. Yesterday, I sent someone to the cemetery to retrieve my uncle's body. Little did I know. The body had already been consumed by animals. With each shred, my heart breaks anew.
A black cloth suddenly knocked Zhao Yu's wheelchair over. Hong Ying immediately let out a scream. She was frantically trying to calm Zhao Yu down. The room was in complete chaos.
Chu Yan lay in bed.
Li Fu entered the yard with his newly purchased slave, his lips pale. He heard the loud commotion inside. He quickly rushed into the house.
What are you still waiting for? I've separated the people.
Utterly, please, don't blame Miss Baiji tens of thousands of times. All the mistakes are mine alone. I just wanted to confine my sister. But I didn't expect my sister to hate me so much. She can't move even when lying down, but insisted on having Baiji drive me away. Hong Ying! Apologize to Miss Baiji quickly. Miss Baiji, I am also protecting my master in my heart. Please, don't blame me, Your Grace. I despise your master and servant for their malicious intentions. Twisting right and wrong merits an unfortunate end.
Daredevil servant! This is the prince's mansion. How dare you be so presumptuous?
Zhao Yu didn't expect Li Fuqing
would actually risk offending Yi Chuyan.
After hitting Baiji, she felt quite relieved for a moment. Li Fu was also surprised by the slap.
He glanced stealthily at Yi Chuyan. Seeing her lying on the bed with vacant eyes,
seemingly unaware of the surroundings,
he secretly breathed a sigh of relief. He was about to continue reprimanding Baiji.
This princess isn't dead yet. It is not your place as a servant to hit me. The crowd was in an uproar for a moment.
Sister, what are you trying to do?
This slap is heartless and unjust to the Yi family. You come to take advantage when the Yi family is in trouble.
From now on, I, Yi Chuyan, sever ties of gratitude and righteousness with you.
This slap is to make you remember.
Don't provoke me in the future.
And don't be sarcastic in front of me. I, Yi Chuyan, am only a concubine for a day. You can't act recklessly in front of me.
Emma, you.
Anger and fear rendered her speechless. She didn't understand why Yi Chuyan was seriously injured and almost dead, while still retaining such great strength. Yi Chuyan gave Hong Ying a fierce look again. You better push your master out of here!
Hong Ying rolled and crawled, breaking free from the hands of the servant who grabbed him, pushed Zhao Yu and hurriedly left.
The old slave of the provincial princess lost control, hoping for the princess's forgiveness.
You still know that I am the princess.
Forgive the princess. The princess forgives the slave for being anxious for a moment. Struck Miss Baiji with his hand.
Remember,
Yi Zhao is waiting for me. Yi Chuyan is still the princess. How dare Li Fu dare to cause trouble now? Kowtowed recklessly until blood oozed from his forehead. Yi Chuyan then let him get up. What is the purpose of the adult coming here today?
I am acting on Prince Feng's orders. I have brought the princess new farm servants and extraordinary medicinal herbs.
No one else is allowed into the house without my permission, except for Bai Ji. It was after Li Fu left.
Only Bai Ji and Yi Chuyan were left in the room.
Yi Chuyan always spits out a mouthful of blood. She leans back.
I am not worth your effort. We can hardly protect ourselves now. Today, you offended Zhao Yujiao for my sake. And you hit Li Fu earlier on. What are we going to do in the mansion? The princess is merely a servant. If the servant had martial skills, I would have killed Zhao Yujiao today. And no one would dare to bully you again.
Bai Ji, don't blame yourself. My actions today were not just for your sake, but also for myself. If you really killed Zhao Yujiao, it would entail breaking the law. I won't be able to protect you.
Butler, Miss Zhao cut her wrist and harmed herself. Fortunately, Miss Hongyan discovered it in time. They rescued her and now she is crying and agonizing, contemplating life and death. No one can stop you. Go and have a look. The prince came to pick him up that day. At the emperor's command, the prince asked the palace to accompany the king of Pingyang. When you went to find the prince, you said Miss Zhao kindly visited the princess. As a result, he was scolded and insulted by the princess. This time, self-harm was not completed. All hope is lost.
It was Li Fu looking at his swollen right face after the servant left. Looking at his swollen right cheek, he gritted his teeth and slapped his right cheek hard.
Miss Hongyan, can you let me persuade Miss Zhao alone?
Hongyan turned around and saw Li Fu's unbelievably swollen right face. She was startled.
Young girl, seeking life and death like this. I feel sorry for the prince.
I apologize, the steward. I have implicated you and harmed you for a lifetime. I didn't expect things to turn out like this, making my sister resentful. I will bear this punishment today, living in the world with embarrassed face. Don't advise me. Let me quit.
Miss Zhao and the prince have always had mutual affection. It was the princess who snatched love with force, causing Miss Zhao to feel wronged. I have a plan.
Gong Ying stood outside, thinking about Zhao Yujiao, acting so self-reliant.
When the prince returned, he couldn't help but punish the princess.
Before he could recover, he saw Pi Shuyan's chilly demeanor. Quickly heading straight to the room, he quickly followed and entered with him.
Miss, if something happens to you, how can I explain to the prince? If you really go, what will the prince do?
Li Fu heard a voice behind him.
Prince, you finally come back.
Cupid, I am back. How can you do something foolish?
I am sorry. It is all my fault. How Polian survives in the world, in the future, nothing will accompany you.
Hai Xiaoyan turned to look at the red tassel beside him. Have you applied medicine?
The ghost prince has already applied the medicine. The doctor said there's nothing to worry about now. It's just that he got injured again after breaking his leg. The healing process might be a bit troublesome.
You need to tell me everything that happened today.
Prince, Miss Zhao said there was trouble at the Yi family. She was worried that the princess wouldn't be able to cope. He ordered his servant to push him to deliver the 1,000-year-old ginseng to the princess. To his surprise, the princess not only refused it, but also ordered Bai Ji to drive us away.
Gong Yin seemed to be thinking of something dreadful. He understood as he spoke.
I hadn't even had time to push Miss Zhao away, when suddenly, Miss Bai Ji flipped the wheelchair over, and the slave couldn't bear to watch. So she got into a scuffle with Bai Ji. Later, Butler Li arrived. After teaching Bai Ji a lesson, the princess suddenly exploded in anger. She struck Butler, Li and Prince. You must take our Miss Zhao's side. The princess hate and scolded Miss Zhao, who found it unbearable. I almost didn't survive today.
Although Feng Yi was trembling, he spoke in a steady manner.
He looked up to show the Northern King.
Li Fu wiped away his tears. He looked up at Pi Shuyan.
Wow, Prince.
When he looked up, Pi Shuyan was startled by his right cheek.
The old servant didn't expect this. The princess beat the old servant, but he still didn't leave. He also failed to protect Miss Zhao from being hit. I couldn't protect Miss Zhao. The old servant felt ashamed to face the prince. I have offended the princess today. There will be no good days for me from now on. He permitted the old servant to voluntarily retire and return home. The old servant simply wishes to live out his remaining years in peace.
Yuan should notice Hong Yi, Li Fu, and Zhao Yujiao crying so hard that it felt like the window was weeping too. He could only feel the veins on his forehead throbbing. Ah, good.
Yi Chongyan is truly outstanding. Xiaozhou has stopped crying and promised me that no matter what happens in the future, she won't do anything to harm herself again. Since you've been wronged, I will make sure to right those wrongs for you. Brother-in-law, gather a few sealed guards. Tell the princess to bring it here. Even if she is unwilling, she will have to comply. Lock Bai Ji in the woodshed and wait for my orders.
Yes, I stay all night.
I asked if Zhao Zhao came to deliver something to you. Did you not appreciate it and even strike her and the butler? Li Fu.
Whenever it concerns Zhao Yujiao, Pei Shu never gives me a chance to explain. Just like now, he only asks if it is true. He never asks why.
The prince lifted my confinement this morning.
He said he purchased medicinal materials with heartfelt intentions. The people in the mansion say that the prince is compassionate and honorable. In the afternoon, he was fighting for a nameless girl in the mansion. And an old butler struck me. Aren't you afraid of ruining your reputation as a prince by doing this? Pi Shu suddenly felt a shift within himself. He began to reevaluate his choices. Li Fu glanced up at Zhao Yujiao briefly.
Your Highness, you absolutely must not hit your sister. When you strike her, it pains my heart. Your Highness.
When will you rid yourself of your soft-hearted ways?
Zhao Yujiao looked up at Pi Shuyan. She clutched his sleeve tightly.
Your Highness, can you promise me you won't hit my sister? If you don't agree, I won't let go.
In the end, Pi Shuyan could not resist Zhao Yujiao's earnest plea. He nodded slightly in agreement.
Master Pei said, I agreed not to punish Zhao Zhao. But your maid Beiji once defied authority. The princess residence cannot tolerate her. The princess for a maid. Bai Ji intended to kneel in Jiao Jiao's courtyard, seeking this king's forgiveness.
Maid Bai Ji has erred. It is my poor upbringing. I beg the prince for forgiveness.
The princess, for a defiant maid, insists on kneeling in the snow for self-punishment. Have you remembered?
Remember. The prince was not. If my sister's health deteriorates like this, she is bound to fall ill, little Bing. You promised not to punish my sister.
It was his voluntary plea for the blank document. It is not your concern. You need not blame yourself or plead for him.
Zhao Yujiao wanted to speak, stopped by Pishu. A glance from him stopped her. She had to move awkwardly under the table, appearing concerned for Yi Chuyan, while Zhao Yujiao drank with lowered hands. Swiftly exchanged glances with the servant.
Hold your ground, no matter the prince's anger. Defend Yi Chuyan to the end. Lord Wu pities you. Yi Chuyan will surely face double punishment.
This indeed is effective. It is freezing cold outside. If Yi Chuyan wants to move overnight, don't rush to move, risking danger.
The weather is very dry.
Be careful with the candle.
Voices of workers could be heard in the distance.
Midnight has arrived, and he has knelt for a full 5 hours.
Father, Ayan.
I miss you so much.
Ayan, go with your father.
I will go with you.
The room was dry and warm. Zhao Yujiao finished her medicine. Lying on the bed, I fell asleep groggily.
Pei Shuyan stood by the window. The candlelight elongated his silhouette. He gazed at Yi Chuyan kneeling outside, his eyes reflecting the candlelight. He had been standing for an hour. Seeing Yi Chuyan suddenly slump to the ground, Pei Shu held Yi Chuyan in his arms.
He lifted Yi Chuyan and swiftly moved using his light skills, flying towards his own courtyard.
Go bring Dr. Wei to me immediately. Iron Pestle, Yan, wake up immediately. This king won't allow you to die, as long as you stay alive. I will then let you go.
Bai Ji saw Yi Chuyan still unresponsive. He checked Yi Chuyan's breathing, which was getting weaker, gradually disappearing. He placed his palm on Yi Chuyan's back, continuously channeling his internal power to her. The internal power entered, as if mud sinking into the ocean.
Isn't she dead? Have you not noticed the princess's coldness? How is the Shu family's charcoal fire?
Last time, I took the princess's pulse. The princess was pregnant at the time. There was no harm. Then, how did it come to this just within a month? The ribs are fractured. Internal organs have caught a chill. The minister has suffered such severe losses. His Royal Highness explained the princess's ordeal, truthfully, to facilitate my diagnosis and treatment.
Pei Shuyan left Yi Chuyan in the attic, injured in the execution. Today, I recount being punished to kneel in the snow. Each story told felt profoundly sincere.
Each incident originated from him.
He unknowingly has hurt Yi Chuyan this much.
The prince pondered deeply upon hearing the old man's resignation. Maybe the princess should let him go. Why endure such suffering alive?
Having said that, he stepped onto the medicine chest, ready to leave.
Dr. Wei, dare you leave today? I will kill you.
I have never been afraid of danger, unless the prince guarantees that the princess will recover. No more tormenting him. Otherwise, the prince will be in peril. Then, just kill me.
You are son. Dr. Wei is now wasting time as he takes out the silver needle from the medicine box.
He begins to apply needles to Yi Chuyan.
Time slowly passes.
An hour has passed in a blink of an eye.
When will she wake up?
Doctor, Wei silently removes all the golden needles.
The prince. I have done everything I could. Now it depends on whether the princess has the will to survive. If within one stick of incense she cannot continue to breathe, then it will be beyond recovery.
Yi Chuyan, if you dare to die, I will kill Bai Ji and all the women of the Yi family.
If you dare to die, I will bury Chuyan with you. I will kill Bai Ji and all the female members of the Yi family, and bury you together.
Kaya, hurry and follow me.
I am sorry, father. I can't go with you either. Pei Shu watched as Yi Chuyan began to mumble to herself. After Dr. Wei took her pulse, he seemed a bit excited.
Quick, go prepare the soup. The princess has regained her breath. The soup needs to be warmed up. I will prescribe a few more remedies. There is a special pill included. It is my special concoction. It is worth asking the prince to call for someone. Quickly, go to my clinic and fetch it.
That night, Pishuyan's courtyard was brightly lit. Everyone worked tirelessly as dawn approached. Yi Chuyao slowly opened her eyes.
Could it be that you've finally woken up?
Bai Jie, I remember being spoiled in Zhao Yujiao's courtyard.
I was unconscious.
The princess is someone my prince has instructed to let me out. I'll take good care of you.
Let you see. Pei Shuyan isn't ready yet. Let me die, or let me live, to continue to be tortured.
The princess blames me.
Bai Ji Pei Shuyan punished me for Zhao Yujiao.
He just used you as a guise. You don't have to blame yourself.
What? Shu Yan fainted last night. The prince took him back to his yard. I will send him back to Chen Jiayuan. The young master. I think the prince doesn't pity the princess. It spreads Wang Fei's death in your yard. It affects your reputation. The prince will take him back to his yard. Tell me everything you've done.
Hong Ying suddenly felt her scalp numb.
What else can be done except to find someone to save him? Otherwise, he'll die in the prince's yard. It still affects your reputation. That is what I am thinking. If Yi Shuyan felt sorry for Yi Shuyan,
he wouldn't punish him.
Although Yi Shuyan hasn't moved twice now, however, a gentleman's affairs will definitely lead to the root of a disease.
Seeing Zhao Yujiao smiling slightly, Hong Ying breathed a sigh of relief.
King Pingyang Nunggongli was originally a king of strange immortals. He has been alone in Dianzhou for a long time. Now there is a case of being the king in the battlefield. The emperor must not make his sister Jin Gaifei the queen.
The old ministers of the emperor believed that if the imperial concubine Jin was made the queen, it would just be convenient to move to King Pingyang. If he has a single-hearted intention in the future, his sister will be his first consideration.
The emperor must not. If King Pingyang truly has a single heart, he will never care about brother-sister affection. How do you see this matter, your majesty?
As an official, I believe the imperial concubine Jin comes from the king of Pingyang. She has a dignified character and is now waiting for Xiaolongzi Li Ying to be appointed as the queen.
That is how it should be.
But now the Empress Dowager has only been serving for a year. I think it is the matter of making concubine Jin the queen. Li Ying will do it after the 3-year period of mourning. Otherwise, concubine Jin would bear the label of being unfilial. As soon as this is said,
There was silence in the court.
Every time my mother is restless when she sleeps and eats, I just regret that I failed to take good care of her in front of my mother. In this way, I cannot do unfilial things after my mother's marriage. Alas, there is no need to be concerned about this, so I will handle it as the prince suggested. I am not being ridiculed today.
Pei Yi waved his hand and led the close eunuch to leave the court.
Leaving behind courtiers with varied expressions, there was much discussion.
Eyes full of shyness. How could you bully I?
Pei Xiaoyi threw a teacup out.
Colliding, it produced a crisp cracking sound. He then drifted out of the carriage. Tian Shao and the guards who came from the mansion upon hearing the news were about to step forward to help. No need to wait for nearly half an hour.
you can call me a fool.
Li Xiuyang, you are a dog who bullies Aya. If you have the ability, give me one strike.
Yi Chujian is this king's princess? When did the affairs between us become the concern of a merchant's son like you? Do you really think I wouldn't dare kill you? You, Mamuban, being harshly treated by this king is a punishment. I forgive you this time, but if you dare to disrespect me again, this king will definitely kill you!
Pei Xiaoyan straightened his sleeves. He turned and went into the mansion.
Xianxiao, reinforce the defense of the royal palace. I, as the king, won't allow any idle individuals to enter the mansion.
Walking aimlessly on the street.
Did the young master of the Wu family give up like this? Who are you, the young master of the Wu family? It is better to get in the car and chat. Perhaps I can help you. It is King Pingyang Nangongli. The young master of the Wu family is truly astute. The Wu family and King Pingyang have had no dealings. What does King Pingyang want? Just say it. Why beat about the bush? It is cumbersome. Withdraw. Please, young master of the Wu family, get a copy of detail. Have met the prince. Come on, the princess is awake. Will the prince have breakfast together?
The male slave bowed and led her into the room with sweaty palms.
Miss Baiji, the prince has come to see our princess.
Let's go down. Come with me quickly.
Baiji was dragged all the way to the corridor.
Let me go. I advise you not to meddle in others' business. Otherwise, I won't let you off.
Miss Baiji, rest assured, Xiaolian is a new servant here. Since Lingxi is a servant of the Supervisory Institute, naturally, she knows who the master is. The servant did this to allow the prince and the princess more opportunities to get along. Consider how the prince personally escorted the princess back in the early morning. You coming out to serve as a stand-in. Certainly. It shows the prince cares for the princess. This is the perfect time to spend time alone with the princess. Isn't it an excellent time to nurture emotions? Sakura knows that the girl must worry about the prince causing trouble for the princess. But worry not. If the prince intends to make things difficult, today, the princess wouldn't have returned.
That makes some sense. Even though this is uncertain for now, the emotional entanglement between the prince and the princess. But the kinder the prince is to the princess, the better the princess's days are.
Don't trouble the prince. Let Baiji come in and serve me. Pei Shuyan took a golden silk velvet sleeve pillow without saying a word.
Snuck behind Yi Chuyan. After assisting him, he arranged the clothes properly on it. Pei Shuyan sat by the bed with a bowl.
Gently stirred the bowl of Eukamia almoids, 8 treasures. Used a spoon to scoop up a spoonful and brought it to Yi Chuyan's mouth.
Indicating he opens his mouth. What is this about?
Afraid I'll die, so you can't keep tormenting me.
Making me happy is the only way for you. Only then can I ensure the night battles are entangled.
He stopped talking and cooperatively finished the bowl of soup.
The prince scolded and fed as well. I can leave now. I will definitely work hard to recover.
Waiting for the prince to continue to torment.
I am so unbearable in your heart.
The prince is hoping I praise you.
Saying he doesn't want me to die so soon. Don't let me see Zhao Yujiao during this time.
You have troubled Zhao Zhao first.
If the prince doesn't want me to trouble Zhao Yujiao, then let me remain confined. Do not allow anyone to enter Jianzhou Yuan until I recover.
You are sure? I am sure.
All right, I promise you.
Soon, Yuan Xiao brought more than a dozen guards. Arrived at the entrance of Jianzhou Yuan. Blocked the entrance.
The family courtyard was once again banned, and the princess's rights were taken back.
In less than half an hour, the news reached Zhao Yujiao's side.
Master, after the princess has lost power, he is just a figurehead. The prince pities you, worried the princess will cause trouble for you. He was immediately confined. Master, you should take advantage of this time to rest your legs. Didn't the prince say before that he would take you as a concubine? When your legs are better, we'll quickly find an auspicious day to hold your wedding with the prince. The prince reclaimed the position of the household mistress. It is clear that it is waiting for you to marry first before handing it over to you. Master, you will be the mistress of the prince's mansion in the future.
Hong Ying's repeated praises made Zhao Yujiao blush, the red glow. It seemed as if she had already seen herself managing the prince's mansion. In the blink of an eye, New Year's Eve arrived. The mansion was decorated with lights and colors. Red lotuses everywhere. After utilizing the morning, Yi Chuyan took over.
Let the servants in the courtyard go home and rest for a day.
At noon in the vast Jinjiao garden, only he and Baiji were left.
In other people's yards, the new year is always lively. We are as quiet as temples. I don't know if Dr. Wei will come today.
Dr. Wei, who will come? Will also come on New Year's Eve to take my pulse. It is really not easy. You go make a few of your favorite snacks. Give them to Dr. Wei when he leaves later. Dr. Wei never accepts anything other than medical fees.
After Dr. Wei examined Master Yi's pulse, he sighed at the princess's good foundation. This recovery was well managed. Continuing like this, she will be completely cured in another half-month. There will be no residual illness. The princess still needs to continue taking this pill.
It must not be interrupted. If I make biscuits again...
I'm afraid it might disappoint the person who sent this pill. What does the princess mean?
I don't understand. This pill is called the Flesh and Bone Rejuvenation Pill.
Containing the rare dragon's blood grass from the southern frontier.
It is formulated with 180 other valuable herbs. Dragon's blood grass is extremely rare. Even in the palace, there are only 2. You may not be able to get your hands on this kind of pill. Dr. Hui, how did you come to know the medicine deliverer?
In the end, it was discovered by the princess. Some days ago, a young man suddenly came to my clinic. Secretly, he took out a bottle of upgrade and bone, strengthening pills for me, hoping I could find an opportunity for you to take it. Dragon bloodgrass is a rare herb. If found, it must be handed over to the court. I must not use it privately, though I don't know the young man's identity. But whoever can produce this medicine is definitely not an adult.
He didn't want to cause trouble. He had to explain to that person that the princess was not terminally ill. Even without using this diluted pill, one could still be well. Did he tell you that if I didn't want to eat it, he would destroy the pill in front of you? It hurts to see such good medicine go to waste, and wanted to help me, so he agreed to Dr. Wei. That person could confidently hand over the pill to you. He must appreciate your integrity. As a loyal person, I assure you that I will never divulge this matter. Princess, Dr. Wei, I appreciate your willingness to help me at risk. Tell that person deliver this pill. I'll write a letter for you to pass to that person. When he sees the letter, he won't disturb you anymore. Shuyan smiled, behaved politely towards Dr. Wei. In Wanfu, Dr. Wei hurriedly helped Yi Chuyan up.
The princess will never age. I can't accept this big gift. Mr. Yi has been kind to me.
The prince just had someone send a message, saying he'll stay in the palace tonight, and won't be back.
My lord, it has been 3 years since he moved to the prince's mansion. It is the first time Pi Shuyan didn't spend New Year's with him.
Don't be sad, miss. It is not that the prince doesn't want to celebrate the new year with you. It is just that palace matters cannot be avoided. Recently, the emperor hosted a banquet to entertain the Pingyang prince's mansion. Prince, how could you leave the emperor and the Pingyang king behind?
Certainly, Miss Zhao understood these principles. Yet, my heart still aches. It is a bitter feeling.
Miss Zhao, if you don't mind, I'm here to chat with you. Don't be saddened by this. Li.
It's truly nauseating. No need for you, Dr. Li. Since the prince hasn't returned, I'll rest first.
Today, the emperor hosted a banquet at his Zhengyang palace, entertaining the king of Pingyang. There is ebony in Nangong as well.
This time, Wan Tai donated to the frontier soldiers. Donated 50 million taels of silver. He repeatedly declined this. What shall I bestow upon the Wu family?
Ebony dared not meet Pei Yi's eyes. He raised the glass and drank it fully.
The Wu family enjoys all the emperor's favor. I dare not carelessly reward the great soldiers who have contributed. Our Wu family is privileged to be in the family business. Why are court affairs being brought up again? I have drunk too much. I inadvertently brought these up again.
I'll penalize myself with a drink. You've imbibed too much. Then, let me drink this glass of wine for you.
The prince consistently considers the emperor. I will share this drink with the prince and also raise a toast to the emperor and the prince. I was able to marry a virtuous wife. One shares the courtly matters for me. One of the burdens that share the country's sorrows for me. You are my national treasure. You both are my dearest kin and friends. You are all my closest kin and friends. Today I can invite you to meet again. I am so happy.
Come, today, let's all set aside our status. Let's end the day with a toast.
Pei Yi's mood quickly livened up when he became happy. The atmosphere in the hall became lively. The fragrance of wine filled the air, with Prince Pingyang being the first to pour the wine.
Serve the wine.
Seeing him drunk and still clamoring for more wine, Pei Yi helplessly ordered the eunuch to assist him down and settle him. Pei Yi soon also had a drink.
Some eunuchs were worried about the New Year's palace ceremony being delayed. He comforted him to leave Ebony and Piso. Yan first to see this.
Chi-Chi advised Mr. Pei to let the eunuch help him down.
Prince, why don't we take a walk in the back garden to sober up a bit?
My young master is alone. Naturally, he can stay out all night. My princess is still in the mansion. I have no time to accompany you for a walk.
I heard there is a Miss Zhao living in the prince's mansion, deeply favored by the prince. I wonder if this is true.
Pei Shuyan's expression suddenly changed.
How did you touch his sore spot with you? Since you have someone in your heart, the Yi family has also fallen. Why not letting Yin go?
Let him go. Back then, Yi Chuyan fought to marry me. He is not willing to leave easily. This king is going back to celebrate the new year with the princess. I will not accompany you.
With that, he left. Damn it! He clenched his fist tightly. Let the eunuch send him out of the palace.
Ah, it is you.
Dr. Wei, you haven't come back yet.
This old man has been waiting for you to come. I thought you wouldn't come today. I was getting ready to lock up and go home for the new year.
Nang Gongli was right. Dr. Wei is considered a person of integrity.
This is something for you. He said you can tell just by looking.
I had no intention of searching for you.
Dr. Wei noticed the stains on the jade plate at a glance. He instantly recognized the identity of the young man before him.
There is no need for such criticism. It is all part of a parent's duty.
After saying that, he picked up the lantern and left directly. If it is precious, there's no need to waste it. And you don't need to do anything for me either. I'll come to find you once I've recovered. Don't be impulsive when we chat daily.
The paper without a signature looks like a small bouquet. It resembles an exhausted branch.
I feel completely filled inside. I can't describe the feelings I had in the military camp. Yi Chuyan's nickname for him was Littlewood. At that time, I even hung a small branch deliberately. It was said to be his symbol. A secret code known only to Yi Chuyan and him.
He knew me so well that he understood if I were to give it to him. He also knew that I would act impulsively. To survive, I can ensure he lives better. Isn't my young lady much more comfortable than the Princess Jin?
Yi Chuyan knelt in the yard. He burned the ingots by the brazier.
The blank paper was kneeling beside him.
Master, I ask you, Spirit in heaven, to bless the lady with peace and safety. Bless the lady to remain safe and sound.
Yi Chuyan remained silent. The brazier cast a slightly yellow hue to her face.
Pi Shuyan entered the yard. He was met with such a scene. I tore down the curtains. I wrote on the white curtains.
The ingots I hung were also folded by me.
If it is the prince, he may feel that I've ruined the New Year's atmosphere in the royal palace. If you wish to beat or scold, feel free.
The prince and princess are also concerned about Master Yi. I hope the prince won't hold it against him.
Pei Shuyan quietly walked over to Yi Chuyan's side,
Squat down the mountain.
picked up a few ingots, and threw them into the brazier.
The prince felt guilty. I am worried that my dad will ask you for your password.
It is wrong for me to do this. I have difficulties too.
The prince wants to say that it was the emperor who forced you. You are to keep the prince's mansion. That is why I have to do it to Yi family. Right.
All should have expected him to be so smart.
Sooner or later, I will see through it.
The emperor and his father told me before leaving.
Don't blame me for being from the Zhongding family. I always don't understand the affairs of the court. He slowly stood up, and Pi Shuyan also stood up. The two clearly faced each other, but it was like a distance between the worlds.
I was helpless in dealing with my father's family. Twisting in the song. Not as simple as you think.
Pi Shuye said before his father died.
Told me not to blame you or the emperor. I know that the empress dowager's mother and mother have kept the accounts for many years.
The emperor has long been dissatisfied with the Yi family.
But there are many ways you frame the Yi family. But you chose to use the house defense against all this, something I never expected in my life. I didn't expect this in my life. I feel guilty and can't sleep. I handed you a knife. If the Yi family is just helpless, then I'd be thrown off the attic. Xiao Xiao kneeled in the snow and admitted his mistake. Is someone forcing you? The Yi family has been raided. You also want to threaten me with the women of the Yi family? Let me stay with you in the most painful way. Watching you and Zhao Yushu show their love every day. Am I humiliated because of helplessness?
Pi Shuyan, what else do you want to say?
A call for the night watchman came from afar. The new year has arrived. This is Pi Shuyan and Yi Chuyan,
crossing the new year together for the first time.
Suddenly, in the prince, for the new year, the red clouds rise in noble splendor. Pi Shuyan subconsciously reached out, yielding to Yi Chuyan.
Yi Chuyan calmly takes a step back,
avoiding Huang Yi if there is no problem. It is time to go back to bed early.
Pei Shuyan's hand was left hanging in midair. A bright beam suddenly shot out in the dark night sky,
exploding into a shower of flowers in the air. One hasn't fallen yet. Another blossoms instantly. Chuyan and Pi Shuyan involuntarily look at the fireworks in the sky together. The tremor and clarity in Yi Chuyan's eyes flashed instantly, caught precisely by Pi Shuyan.
Do you know that Wu Mu has arrived in Kyoto?
I have no idea.
He knows these days. I have already cut off all his external communication. How did he find out? Could it be that Yi Chuyan and Wu Mu truly have a connection? Doesn't the princess want me to rest? I will stay at Chenjiayuan today!
Ignoring Yi Chuyan's resistance,
he forcibly took him into the house, leaving behind the frozen white paper in place. Upon entering, Yi Chuyan gave up the fight. It is a good mood. My body has not fully healed. Please be gentle, prince. After speaking, gently broke free from Pi Shuyan's embrace, closed his eyes and lay on the bed, a look of resignation in his eyes.
Don't move. Stay with me for a while. I will give you the letter written by Mrs. Yi.
Pei Shuyan's warm breath, carrying a faint scent of alcohol. Yi Chuyan furrowed his brow slightly.
In the end, he endured the thoughts of his mother's letter, stiffening his body like this, laying on the side in silence.
Yi Chuyan, refrain from troubling Qiao Qiao in the future. I won't trouble you either. Just behave yourself and be your princess.
Pei Shuyan, do you know? You are not only affectionate, you are also disgusting.
Yi Chuyan, remember that the lives of the Yi family's women are still in my hands.
Pei Shuyan suddenly tightened his grip with Yi Chuyan. Yi Chuyan felt her anger. Do you want to strangle me or slap me? Silence returned inside. Yi Chuyan smirked.
Pi Shuyan's eyes narrowed slightly in the dark with a silent sneer.
Inside, tumultuous undercurrents emerged.
We are all okay. The road of exile may be long, but as long as we're alive, it is not difficult.
We will eventually reunite.
Take good care.
Mother's thoughts.
No matter how difficult, there will be a time to meet. Yi Zhao may be gone, but Yi family members are still here. Yi Zhao may be gone, but the rest of the Yi family remains.
Princess, what is wrong?
It is nothing. I am fine. Mother wrote to me. She said everything is fine.
Oops! That is great. I knew the old lady. They have a good heart. May God bless you to be safe and sound.
Miss Zhao, the mistress said that during the princess's restricted period, no one is allowed to enter or leave. I hope Miss Zhao won't make things difficult for the subordinates.
Guardian, I just want to go in and wish my sister a Happy New Year. Still not allowed.
Miss Zhao, please don't make things difficult for the subordinates.
Guardian, can't you make an exception? I came to burn incense for the princess.
In the past, the first thing the princess did on the first day of the year was to go to the ancestral hall to burn incense. It was to go to the royal palace's ancestral hall to pay respects. Even if Zhao Yuzhao has no status, She will not be able to get through.
Yi Chuyan and Bai Ji in the class, hearing the conversation outside.
Bad luck during the new year.
Yi Chuyan was amused by Bai Ji. He stood in the yard and took a deep breath, looking up at the sky. The cold, his heart suddenly filled with strength.
Li Fu saw Zhao Yujiao at the entrance of Chen Jiayuan from afar.
Li Fu caught sight of Zhao Yujiao at the entrance of Changjian from afar. He went up to help and say hello.
Hello, Miss Zhao. Happy New Year. Are you here to find the princess to offer incense at the ancestral hall? Is the princess unwilling to come out?
Yes, unfortunately, Guardian did not allow it. The butcher dragon stayed silent.
Smiling and frowning slightly.
Princess, let's have Guardian open the door. Let me go out and scold that wretch. What right does he have to pay respects at the palace's ancestral hall?
Pei Shuyan is coming back soon. Don't worry. A good show is about to begin.
Didn't you say you should rest well? Why are you here?
Prince, I want to go burn incense with my sister. However, Guardian was not enthusiastic. My sister remained silent within.
Yi Shuyuan is being confined. You need not bother about him. I'll accompany you.
After saying that, he asked me to accompany Zhou to nap.
The prince and I are the princess. If she doesn't go, I'll be unacknowledged and neglected. I feel it is improper to accompany you.
Didn't I say you have a name and a share? I feel so bold with you.
Open the door. The princess has words for the prince.
Bai Ji banged on the door in the yard, interrupting Pi Shuyan's speech. Pi Shuyan wiped his forehead nervously near Yan Shao. Yan Shao's command unlocked the door.
I heard long ago that the prince spent the night here. I'll make Yi hear it personally. How will you assess me?
Greetings to the prince sister. But I must accompany the prince to the ancestral hall to burn incense.
My sister has not come out. The prince pities me. I just asked to take me there. Sister, please don't be upset with the prince.
How could I be ignorant that it was the prince's fault? Caused a lot of trouble for my sister.
It made my sister unhappy on this auspicious New Year day. The prince also stood up for me in front of everyone.
I apologize to my sister here. I hope my sister forgives Bai Ji. Let me give my prepared New Year gift to my sister.
This is 1,000-year-old Jinseng. I hope Miss Zhao will accept it with a smile.
This is the 1,000-year-old Ginseng I sent. San Zhao Yujiao provoked her. 1,000-year-old Ginseng sent. Now he wants to use this for what trickery?
Why did the princess suddenly change her temperament in the past, treating the master so well?
Since that is the case, Jiao Jiao, please accept it. In the past, regardless of right or wrong, it is all in the past.
Sister, if you can think like this, sister, I am so happy. Just now, the prince said he wants to give me a title. From now on, we will serve the prince together.
What title does the prince want to give my sister?
Prepare to take Jiao Jiao as a concubine.
I think this matter is inappropriate.
Why? Are you unhappy?
How could I be dissatisfied? Prince, I was willful before,
which caused the prince and my sister not to be in love.
Now that I have realized, I just feel deeply ashamed. I want the prince to give my sister a peaceful status. Let my sister and I serve as princesses. Prince, what do you say?
Is it because Trian was bewitched today? So you suggested this? No, he must have seen that his situation is hopeless. He wants to seize the opportunity to expose me.
Very good, princess. This question is excellent. By then, the right to be the head of the household will also be handed over to Jiao Jiao. From now on, Jiao Jiao will manage the prince's residence.
Prince, you haven't asked your sister's opinion yet.
Would you be willing to marry me as your wife and help me manage the new prince's mansion?
Let the prince decide.
Congratulations, Prince, for uniting with your loved one.
Then let the princess take care of the wedding arrangements.
As the prince's concubine, I will certainly not disappoint the prince's entrustment. I will help the prince with this matter within 2 years.
Wait, for 2 years.
Pi Shuyan also narrowed his eyes and looked at Yi Chuyan. Wait for his explanation. Sister, you must know that with imperial matters, it takes 3 years after the Empress Dowager takes the throne. After the period has passed, the prince is also a member of the royal family. How can he marry and establish a concubine during this period? Oh, wait, today is the first day of the new year.
It won't take 2 years after proper verification.
Just wait another year and 11 months.
Dr. Gui said that Pi Shuyan personally decided on this matter. Today, it was taken out and used appropriately.
It is quite satisfying. Are you alright? Yi Chuyan is amidst Pi Shuye and Zhao Yujiao.
Glanced around a few times.
I was so tempted to applaud and cheer. What a pair of houndish individuals. Indeed, cold-hearted dog. Men are different. On one hand, the wife has always been attached to him, and yet, he doesn't want his lover to be wronged.
Leia is right. I shouldn't disregard the grand ceremony.
The prince and sister understand the righteousness so deeply. How about you first hand the household management rights over to your sister? Let your sister practice managing the household for the next 2 years.
It will be easier to manage after getting married in the future.
This grand prince's mansion.
I feel wronged. Jiao Jiao, would you be willing to help me with the steward first?
Zhao Yujiao nodded in agreement immediately.
Afraid that Yi Chuyan might cause trouble again.
After arranging everything, Pi Shuyan released Yi Chuyan from confinement, taking Ye Chuyan and Zhao Yujiao with him. They went to the ancestral hall together. After returning from the incense offering, he went out for errands. Princess, I saw Zhao Yujiao.
I almost rolled my eyes in anger after hearing it for 2 years. Princess, you are truly amazing today. Oh, but, Princess, there is one thing that I really can't understand. Today, why give the authority of the house mistress to Zhao Yujiang?
The authority of the house mistress was originally taken back. Whether it can be retrieved is also unknown.
Why not take the opportunity to give it to Zhao Yujiang?
Last time, I wore formal attire.
He already holds a grudge against me.
If I continue to manage the household, if he tries to trip me up in private, I will inevitably have to use more effort. Now, letting Zhao Yujiao deal with Li Fu is just right.
Seeing Li Fu looking at Zhao Yujiao, it seems off though.
well hidden. But it is not impossible to find out. Since Li Fu wants to get close to Zhao Yujiao, then I will give them more chances to interact. Don't worry, Zhao Yujiao won't have a chance to mistreat us. We still have the dowry industry. Enough to cover our expenses, though the masters of the prince's mansion are few. But with over 500 servants and guards combined, and so many industries, after Zhao Yujiao takes over, at least for half a month, she won't have time to bother us.
Princess, you weren't like this before. I always feel uneasy in my heart.
Once upon a time, I was the legitimate daughter of Duke Hao. Now, I am only the daughter of a condemned official.
All honor and disgrace are entrusted to Pi Shuyan.
The identity of the heavenly princess makes many things convenient for me.
It cannot be stolen by anyone now.
Master, why are you angry? You are now a proper princess. The power of the family is in your hands. It is just lacking a grand wedding ceremony. No matter how grand the wedding, I am still Miss Zhao. The prince was in front of Yi Chuyan. When he said he wanted to marry me, there was clearly a hint of venting anger. The prince wanted to sacrifice and provoke Yi Chuyan. Then, what about that feeling? Is the prince infatuated with Yi Chuyan?
Travel for 2 years. Too many changes have occurred in the morning.
Homie, why aren't you speaking up for me today?
Can a servant like me really interrupt that situation?
Hongjing was taken aback, and Zhao Yujiao noticed that Hongjing was silent. She grabbed the teacup from the table and smashed it hard at him. You're just waiting to see me make a fool of myself, aren't you? Hongjing instinctively dodged, ducking to avoid the teacup. Phew, you insolent maid.
How dare you?
Evade, Miss Zhao.
Butler Lee is here to see you. Please let him in.
After speaking, he cast a cold glance at the red dress. When he entered, Hongjing was cleaning up the teacups on the floor, and the shards of the vase.
All the numbers are due to my carelessness. Breaking your things.
How can I punish you for being careless when you are my personal maid?
How could I bear to blame you?
Hacking things is minor, but hitting my forehead hurts.
What if it leaves a scar? It makes me feel so distressed, just looking at it.
Finish tidying up and hurry to get some medicine for the master. Dandelion hurriedly agreed. After cleaning up the shards, she quickly left the room.
Mr. Zhao, here are all the servants of the Qing Prince's mansion, the shop for selling artifact land deeds, and the list of warehouse inventory.
Seeing Zhao Yujiao a bit lost in thought, the dress shook as it revealed the wrinkles on her face.
Miss Zhao, you now have the authority of a housekeeper. You are now the mistress of the Qing Prince's mansion. Why are you still not happy?
Zhao Yujiao raised her eyes to glance at the dress. I wonder what he's really up to. There was a moment of silence.
Miss Zhao, I heard that the young master from the witch realm has come to Kyoto. Yesterday, at the emperor's banquet, he went out to burn bamboo leaves and returned from the banquet. And so he went to Jianjiayuan.
Butler Li, what do you mean by that phrase? Li Fu narrowed his eyes. The wrinkles on her face gathered together. She chuckled softly.
The prince just came to report unexpectedly, wishing the princess a day as good as ever. Without paying for the family's yard, how could she be feeling well at this moment? When he came out, the princess was practicing her aim in the yard.
Pi Shuyan was reading some documents. His eyes held nothing but complexity. His gaze seemed to drift in the air.
Yisha, how long has it been since we recovered?
Today is the 10th day of the lunar month, and we haven't recovered for 9 days.
It's time for me to return home and take a proper day of rest.
When Li Shuyan entered the street for the banquet, the servants were lost in the enjoyment of Yi Chuyan's dumplings. They failed to notice as he paid his respects to the prince with an innocent look. A sudden shout from him broke the silence. This made everyone in the yard turn in surprise. It's late at night. What brings you here?
Why doesn't the princess welcome me? You didn't have this attitude towards me on the first day of the new year.
Your Highness must be joking. How could I dare not welcome you?
Prepare a watch for me. I will be staying at Jen's residence tonight.
Deputy Pi Shuyan walked toward the inner room. Yi Chuyan clenched her fist tightly, then gradually released them. The servants in the yard dared not waste any time. They quickly busied themselves, with Yuan Xiao standing guard outside Jen's yard. Looking up, I saw the sycamore tree outside the alley. It seemed to spark an understanding.
Madam Ye and the others are soon arriving at Nico Island. It's time to prepare for where they will settle. Could that possibly be you?
Yi Chuyan turned her head and silently went to take a bath. Being bitten by a dog once is still a bite. Being bitten countless times is still a bite. Since I must kneel to walk the path ahead, then I cannot care about these anymore. Yi Chuyan turned her back to Pi Shuyan. Her eyes were hollow, with tears welling up. She bit her lips tightly, trying to hold back her cries.
Do you know the saint of Beirong Cindy?
Pi Shuyan's mindless comments broke through her thoughts, pulling Yi Chuyan's thoughts back to what she heard.
On the 15th day of the first lunar month, he was to be warmly welcomed by the emperor in Kyoto. There would be a banquet held in the palace then. Will you accompany me?
Yi Chuyan didn't want to engage too much with Pi Shuyan. He had plans today to collect ebony.
Get ready to go out with me. Why don't you want to?
It is nothing, just a bit surprising.
You need to dress elegantly for the palace banquet on the 15th. I'll take you to Lanyo Pavilion later.
No wonder you wanted to take me to pick out clothes yourself.
So it is because you're afraid of facing the Beirong people. You don't want to lose face for the prince's mansion. The prince has just gotten off the carriage. Yuan Xiao exchanged a few words with Pi Shuyan. Pi Shuyan's expression changed slightly.
I have something to attend to. I'll be back soon.
Pi Shuyan raised an eyebrow. Yi Chuyan seems quite well behaved today. He instructed Shaoxi to take good care of the princess. Then he left with Yan Shao. Yi Chuyan had just entered the shop when she heard a voice from behind. A malicious greeting. Isn't this Yi Chuyan, the legitimate daughter of the Hu family? Long time no see. Wait! The Hao family no longer has a matriarch.
But instead of choosing clothes here, why not come upstairs to see our new designs?
As she spoke, she attempted to lead Yi Chuyan to the second floor. Shopkeeper, open your eyes and see who the real VIP is today.
Miss Wu, you are being overly dramatic. Everyone who comes to the shop is a VIP. Your presence today graces our humble shop. You make our humble shop shine. See if there are any clothes you like in my store. I'll ask someone to offer you the best price shortly.
Come on, shopkeeper. Don't try to fool me. I have plenty of money, so get rid of the annoying people right now. I'll take all the clothes in your store. Help you tugged at Wu Yuelin's sleeve. He felt that Wu Yuelin's attack on Yi Chuyan was inappropriate. Isn't that quite inappropriate? Did the shopkeeper hear that? You know who the annoying person is, don't you?
I suppose the lady can afford to offend. But that doesn't mean I can afford to offend them. Though, the person in front of me is the daughter of a criminal. After all, she carries the title of Qing Princess. She's not someone I can just drive away.
Shopkeeper, please don't make this difficult for me. Let's continue this discussion another day. I'll take Xiaoxi and leave now. Did you mention where we should go if we don't go to Lanyo Pavilion? Where else should we go? Xiaoxi belongs to Pi Shuyan's courtyard. Xiaoxi came out today at the prince's request to keep an eye on the princess. Yi Chuyan asked him about it. He nervously scratched his ears and fidgeted, unsure of how to respond. He said they would wait at the Zuichu Tower across the street. The private room on the second floor there overlooks Lanyo Pavilion. When the prince comes looking for us later, we'll also be able to see Princess Reishan. Please follow me to the second floor of Zuichu Tower. After requesting a private room, Xiaoxi patiently waited outside. Yi Chuyan expressed a desire for Chen Xinglu's dim sum. Naturally, Xiaoxi didn't dare to refuse. He dashed out without hesitation. A boy in black slowly emerged from behind. It has been a long time, Xiaomu. Miu Miu Qiu stepped forward but halted a few steps away from Yi Chuyan. He instinctively stopped in his tracks. He controlled his emotions.
He said, I'm quite obedient, waiting as you asked. I've patiently waited and caused you no trouble at all.
God knows how much he has suffered during this time. He desperately wants to sneak into the prince's mansion to see Yi Chuyan. He dreams of taking her far away. He wishes to protect her day and night. He wants to comfort her, telling her not to be afraid. Even after the Yi family has fallen, he remains, but he holds back. He knows that by doing this, he will only bring more trouble and pain to Yi Chuyan. Tell me, what did you trade for this chance at life? Xinggu, and having your fourth sister help as well. What did you promise in return?
Nothing at all.
Xiaomu, you said you would never lie to me. Tell me what price you have paid. Ebony dared not hide anything and told her everything.
Ayan, did you see the fireworks that night?
After hearing this, Yi Chuyan covered her eyes with her hands, laughing and crying. So it was him who set off the fireworks that night. How could there be such a silly fool in this world? What have I done to deserve such devotion from him? It took Yi Chuyan a long time to calm her emotions. She began to analyze this matter for Ebony. That person in Nangong hides his true self well. He has shared information about me with you. Yet, the underlying dealings cannot be so simple. It is just that I haven't thought of it until now. Today, your fourth sister has publicly offended me. It is a blow to the prince's mansion. Pishu is not a forgiving person either. Afterward, I'll write to you about how he'll make things difficult for Wujia. I will come to find you. I assure you, I will not go back on my word. If I tell you not to be impulsive, why rush?
Sorry for the moment. I've been too hasty. I promise not to do what you told me not to in the future. I will never do it again.
As the young master of the Wu family, you must conduct yourself more carefully in the future. Especially when it comes to the outrageous idea of running away from home. I am now the daughter of a convicted criminal. I don't deserve your kindness. Please don't do these things for me anymore. Kumu, I am 1 year older than you. If you don't mind, I would still like to call you Xiaomu. From now on, I will consider you as my father. You can just think of me as an extra sister. Little Mewtwo, do you understand what I mean? He knows Wu Miu's thoughts. He cannot delay him.
Grandpa, don't dodge my question like this. I don't want to be your brother, and I don't want you to be my sister. I don't understand why you would say that. You previously refused to marry Pi Shuyan. Now, you are unwilling to accept my kindness. What is the point of staying in the prince's mansion now? But you love Pi Shuyan so much, even if he approaches the Yi family himself. If you destroy the Yi family, you'll still want to stay by his side.
Yi Chuyan stood still, like a clay figure. My heart raced. It felt as if I had touched Ayan's sore spot.
Ayan, I am sorry. I didn't mean to say that just now. It is my fault for speaking thoughtlessly. Don't be angry. Just give me one word. I will do everything in my power to take you away from the Qinghua mansion. To right the wrongs for the Yi family.
Leave the Qinghua mansion. The emperor despises being tainted in his entirety the most. I cannot let Ebony interfere with this matter. This path of revenge is dirty and dark. In the end, regardless of success or failure, it will lead to an abyss from which there is no return. I can't involve anyone else either, especially not Wu Miu. Listen, I love Pi Shuyan. Even if he destroys my Yi family, I still love him. I have loved him for 12 years. No matter what he does, I can't let go. Do you understand? I don't care about overturning the Yi family's verdict. I really don't want to leave the prince's mansion. Ebony felt frozen in place. It was as if he was being pulled into an endless abyss. He kept sinking deeper into a state of chaos. He could no longer feel himself. It wasn't until the waiter knocked on the door outside.
Your food is ready, sir.
Ebony snapped back to reality and looked at Yi Chuyan blankly. Without a word, he pushed the door open and left. Once those words were spoken, there was no taking them back. I suppose I'll never have my little wooden boy again. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He had no choice. He could only hurt the boy's heart once more. Why are you crying? The door was pushed open once again. With tears in her eyes, Yi Chuyan raised her hand. She faced Pei Shuyan's icy expression. Come with me. Yi Chuyan instinctively thought. Pi Shuyan saw Ebony. He must want to settle the score with Ebony. It is all my fault. Don't be like this, Yi Chuyan.
You are my princess, and I won't allow anyone to humiliate you like this.
After realizing her mistake, Yi Chuyan instantly understood Pi Shuyan's intent. He misunderstood, thinking it was about her sadness over the Lanyu Pavilion. The emperor and others were right. I am just the daughter of a sinner. Enough, he interrupted, dragging Yi Chuyan to Lanyu Pavilion.
Kneel and apologize to my princess.
Prince, please don't. I left voluntarily. The princess said she left voluntarily. It has nothing to do with Wu Yuelin. Why should the prince make me apologize? Pi Xiao's anger turned elsewhere, and he kicked Wu Yuelin hard. Yi Chuyan was quick on her feet, stepping in front of Wu Yulin just in time. Pishu hastily retracted his foot. Even if you force Wu Yulin to apologize today, Prince, it still won't stop the rumors outside. I am the daughter of a sinner, and everyone knows it. How can you silence the endless chatter of the world? I know the prince means well for me. I hope the prince will not blame others for this. Allow me to bear this guilt.
Ah, the legitimate daughter of the Yi family truly comes from a noble lineage. Her broad mind is unmatched by ordinary women.
You must understand that Yi Chuyan is my princess. She is the rightful Qing princess. Who dares to gossip behind her back from now on? That would mean standing against the Qing prince's mansion.
After saying this, his gaze was as sharp as a knife. He scanned the room, and a heavy silence fell. This is a blatant threat.
Who said the prince should serve the princess?
This is the shopkeeper, you know.
Oh, I'm just a shopkeeper here.
All of these are to be delivered to the Qing prince's mansion. If I do not see these items in the mansion after an hour, Lanyard Pavilion will never open its doors again.
Pishoyan pointed at the packaged goods. These were all paid for by Wu Yuelen.
What is the meaning of all this?
Who can afford to offend Wuji or the Qing mansion?
I don't like any of this. My prince, shall we go check out other places instead? Yi Chuyan turned around and playfully tugged at Pishoyan. Pishoyan felt a stir in her heart. Yi Chuyan never acted this way. She was acting sweetly and tenderly towards her. And she certainly wouldn't do this in front of outsiders. Showing such a girlish demeanor.
The princess looks down on your items. There's no need to deliver them today.
Yi Chuyan glanced at Pishoyan's expression. Finally calming down, she seized the chance to pull him away. Before leaving, she turned her head to glance at Wu Yueli. With her eyes, she silently conveyed an apology.
Remember, as the Qing princess, every action represents the Qing prince's mansion. If anyone dares to challenge you, you must respond as you did before. All consequences will be borne by the Qing prince's mansion.
Yi Chuyan suddenly wanted to laugh. Pishoyan himself had humiliated him from start to finish. Remember this well. Yi Chuyan thought that Pishoyan had no intention of visiting again. Unexpectedly, he had Yuan Xiao take him along. Turning into a secluded alley. This is my princess. Oh, it is the princess. You can just call me Madame Ma. The princess is spirited and carefree. Truly, she is different from other women. With the prince, they are a match made in heaven. Madame Mao, you flatter me.
For the public banquet on the 15th day of the first lunar month, you should make 2 dresses for the princess.
Who exactly are you? Madame Mao. And how did you come to know the prince's concubine? You might as well ask the prince yourself. Prince, since you've brought her here to see me. It must be because he feels deeply for you. Such extreme trust. Yi Chuyan found the phrase, deep as the sea, amusing. The second lady never inquires about news from the outside, regarding the affairs of the Yi family and Yi Chuyan's identity. She knew nothing, and assumed Yi Chuyan was happy to hear her words. Could it be that she's wearing the clothes I made? I guarantee that if you stand next to the prince, you'll be a fairy couple. God witnesses this divine pairing. Ha 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 ha. Had I heard this a few months ago, it would have struck me deeply. But now, hearing it, it is truly a grand irony. Pishoyan was outside, hearing Yi Chuyan's laughter. He couldn't help but slightly curl the corners of his mouth. He hadn't heard that sound in a long time. Yi Chuyan laughed so heartily.
You appreciate Madame Mo's words. In the future, you can come to his place to practice medicine anytime.
No need for Madame Mo to have a special status. It would be wise for me to keep my distance from him.
He told you about his background, didn't he?
No, but I had my suspicions. She must be the illegitimate daughter of Mo Chang, the former Minister of Rights. The Mo family had heard rumors that they were marked for annihilation. There was a concubine daughter of the Mo family, working as a female official in the top court. I've heard that her skills are unparalleled in the world. Unfortunately, the day before the catastrophe struck, Madame Mo was killed in a fire just when she knew how to make palace banquet garments. Without asking for any specifics, it shows he is well versed in the palace's rules. Around the age of 30, he possesses this talent. Having spent time in the palace, he pondered this thought over and over. It could only be Mo Yanner, the concubine daughter of the Mo family from back then.
Ye Chuyan, we have known each other for so many years. You are even smarter than I remembered. It's astonishing how accurate people back then were.
Is that so? We've known each other this long. Have you ever truly realized that I'm not that clever? Because I haven't figured it out yet. Why are you with a female official from the top bureau who should have perished long ago? Knowing someone is just a matter of having guessed their identity by chance. In fact, I've never been good at reading people. For instance, I ended up marrying a cold and heartless man. Pishoyan felt like a thorn in her throat. The two returned to the Qing palace in silence. After Yi Chuyan got out of the carriage, Pishoyan returned home to change into casual clothes. Abandoning the carriage, he rode out of the city with Yan Xiao.
What we're up against is the one who stands above all others. The Jin King above 10,000 people. Pishoyan, have you all considered this carefully? Once we take this path, there's no turning back. My clarity shines like the moon on dust. Good. It is under heaven. We will surely clear Mr. Yi's name.
Pishoyan, hiding at a distance, heard this. He gritted his teeth and sneered.
Is the pillar moving now?
Pishoyan remained steadfast to his agreement.
Don't move, or I'll kill whoever does.
You think you can become enemies with me, just like that?
Pihai, Gu, you commit crimes. Even if you kill us loyal ones today, there will be countless others who will stand up against you. Your crimes and wrongdoings will be exposed to the world. Everyone will see your true nature. Killing us won't hide the truth. Today, we sacrifice ourselves for justice. One day, your crimes will be revealed to the world. We confront the imperial power.
I underestimated you and these old matters. You have managed to investigate it all so thoroughly.
The white papers show all of Pishu's actions. The crimes stem from his coercive involvement, involving several aristocratic families in Kyoto, which have been raided over the years. He has even targeted mentions left by various empress dowagers, leading to multiple imprisonments. All the threads point back to Pishu's involvement.
As Zhang Pu recalls, if I am not mistaken, you are the second son of Zhang Jingman, the Minister of Justice. You just turned 20 this year and are still unmarried. You have experience in your studies.
In the ruling position, I take on all responsibilities alone. This matter has nothing to do with the Zhang family. If you have an issue, come at me.
Palace Master, you are a Jinshi from the 5th year of Deiyuan. You once served as a magistrate of Incheon County but resigned due to your discontent with the court's tax increases. After failing to advocate for the people, you resigned in anger. Now, you make a living selling paintings and calligraphy. You have no wife or children, and there's someone sick at home. Your clan has someone in charge, and your hometown is in the 5 counties of Yangzhou. You failed the exam last autumn. You have a 3-year-old at home. Currently, you rely on your wife's textile work to survive in Kyoto. Before you can uphold justice for heaven, have you ever considered your family members?
It reveals the names and backgrounds of every scholar.
When dealing with the Yi family, I once said it was difficult to plead for the same crime. It's a pity that your entire family will have to be buried along with you.
Prince, everything was done solely by me. They were merely following my orders. If you wish to kill or punish, you may spare them as you please.
Oh, if I were to let them go, how can you guarantee they won't turn against me?
Zhang Puyo looked at the crowd, momentarily stunned.
I am in a very good mood today. You should commit suicide in front of them now. Let them remember that they bear your life on their conscience. Then swear in the name of Confucius. Promise that you will no longer pursue my affairs. Then I will let them go.
Black Dog, if you have the courage, kill us, using our families and Zampuya to threaten us. That's not what a gentleman would do.
I have never been a gentleman when my hands are stained.
But my recklessness has implicated you all. Today, I atone for my sins with my life. I hope you all remain safe in the future. Don't be impulsive. Qi Shuyan, you must keep your word.
I have always kept my promises, worth their weight in gold.
After all, he showed no hesitation. He offered his neck to Yan Xiao's sword.
Brother, you.
Did you all see Zhang Puyu died for you? I keep my promise and set you free. You must also uphold Zhang Puyu's promise. Swear to Confucius.
Everyone stands still, unmoving.
How do you plan to take revenge, you pedantic scholars? Rather than doing futile things here, it's better to go back and seek your fame in the future, when you're in high positions, then settle the score with me under a different pretext. That would honor Zhang Puyu's life.
I swear to the saint that I would selfishly honor the promise I made to Brother Guyu.
Someone threw down the white paper. Kneeling on the ground, he swore with tears in his eyes. In the end, he kowtowed 3 times to Zhang Puyu's body. After getting up, he left resolutely. Seeing this, others quickly followed suit. Once everyone had dispersed, Lantern Festival was occupied, crouching on the ground. He pressed on Zhang Puyu's acupoint. He took out a bottle of powder from his pocket. He sprinkled it on the neck of Zhang Puyu that he kissed.
It could cause serious harm.
The experienced family followed the prince's orders and withdrew the sword for assessment. He merely fainted and did not suffer any irreversible harm.
Pi Shuyan nodded and instructed Yan Xiao to collect all the white papers on the ground and burn them all. Finally, he meticulously cleaned up all traces. Then, he left with Zhang Puyu and Yan Xiao. In the desolate wilderness, silence fell once more.
Wei Zhu is truly sentimental and honorable. How could I not give him a surprise? The fairy moved all 3 graves away. My lady, are you questioning this king's decision? I fear I may offend, but I must act prior to leaving Kyoto, to fully disrupt matters in Kyoto.
As day turns to night, the 15th day of the first lunar month quickly arrives.
The princess reappears in the Nangang Palace.
Yi Chu furrowed his brow slightly. He had never met King Pingyang. He wondered why King Pingyang would know him. In this situation, without reservation, he approached to greet him. Yi Chuyan offered a slight bow out of etiquette.
Nang only recognized Yi Chuyan.
Watching them converse like old acquaintances, this scene indeed felt strange.
It's worth investigating.
Yi Chuyan stood there, contemplating how to extricate herself. Pi Shuyan in the distance spotted him at a glance.